Good. This is video number 2 of the little series we're doing. My bad I dragged on this. I was busy over the weekend, but we're getting it done now, alright? Be grateful. You feel? But today we're going over price delivery. So it goes along with buyers. What else? Buyers, drawn liquidity, shit like that. Pretty much knowing where the market wants to go and how you actually find where the market wants to go. But this isn't going to be full in depth on buyers. We're still not there yet. We're going to make a video on it, but not yet. Hang on. But for price delivery, we all know price either moves in higher highs, higher lows, like this. Exactly like this. This is an uptrend right here. Each time we have our low, make a new low, and it's above that low. Our next low is above this low. You see? And then this high is lower than this high. So this high goes higher, this high goes higher. This is an uptrend. We should all know that. Now, downtrend is making lower lows and lower highs, right? You see, doom. This is our first low. This is our new low. We're lower. This is our new low. We go lower. Bang, you see? Then for the highs, this is also our high. So look, our new high is lower than this high. The new high is lower than this high. Then so on. You feel? This is how a downtrend will look. And that's just how market moves. Up, down, up, down, up, down, or down, up, down, up, down, up. But what are we doing in these sections here? So what's the actual point of making this move down? So the point of making the move down and making the move up during a bearish trend is pretty much to go to fair value gaps or any type of liquidity to end up taking it and get the orders to fuel us to go higher or lower, depending on which trend we're in. So here, let's do this for example. Overall, market's pretty bullish right now. You see, higher low, higher high, higher low. You see? Then this is just a bigger retrace move here. And look, we're making new highs here. Get a retrace move. And I bet we'll end up going higher. So what you got to know when you're trying to find where the market wants to go, what do we draw to? Liquidity. And liquidity is just resting orders that we want to end up taking out. So swing highs, swing lows, fair value gaps, anything like that, that's where the market's going to want to draw to. But you also got to look at overall trend, number one, and then lower trend, lower time frame trend, because we're not trading on the 4 hour, right? Not trading on 1:15. We're usually trading on 1 minute to 5 minute, catching those smaller moves. So let's look right now. Let's see what we actually see. We got this high here. We got lows here. We got a 4 hour fair value gap that we could pull to. We got this nice swing high. We got more highs up here. Highs. And since we look pretty bullish overall, I'm not even going to worry about the lows too much besides from the fair value gaps, because that's where we may want to drop down to, get the fuel to end up going higher, right? So now let's look at 1 hour. What do we have? We see we're in a 1 hour gap that we're respecting right now. So respecting, you should know what that means, right? We came in and we went right out. And then we also have a bearish fair value gap that we're disrespecting as of now. We're pushing through, waiting to see if we actually inverse it. Let's drop down 15 minute. As you see, we're also in a 15-minute gap. So what I'd expect for market to do is end up coming down here to sweep these lows out. This swing low, give us the fuel to end up taking this high out, take these highs out, and continue up, right? So this is gonna be our small retrace move. We'd want to see something like this. Bang, bang. Something like, oh, not all that. Something like this, right? Where we come down, sweep below, continue up. And that's only due to the fact that we want to take orders out, sell orders before we can continue upward. So let's see what we do. We just swept this low out inside of our 15-minute, 1 hour gap. So that should be enough for us to, as our retrace move, right? A little retrace. Now let's see what we do. Now, you see? Now we're going up because we got all these orders out. Let's see. Bang. You see? And now we just took out 4 hour highs because we swept lows, gave us the fuel to continue up. Bang. Now we could drop down again, see what we have. Another 5-minute gap now, which is a liquidity pool, right? So orders are in here, showed we had tons of buy orders. We're gonna come down. Let's see if we come down to it. Yeah, we tapped in again, and look, rejecting right off to move higher. And now we're going down, and that could be due to the fact that we already swept what could have been our drawn liquidity, this 4 hour high, also inside of a 1 hour fair value gap. So we're getting rejection off of that, and we could confirm it by inversing this gap. Bang. So we inverse the gap, so now it's showing we gotta change a trend. Now we're in a downtrend, and we can just look, what draws do we have to go to below? Right here, oh, right here, and right here. So let's see if we end up moving down. What kind of gaps do we have we can go to? But you got to keep in mind, look at our side right here. Look at all these fair value gaps. So it could deadass just be a retrace. So we'll use our equilibrium tool to mark it out. Trust, I'm not gay, this is just how it comes. I don't like it like that. So most of the time you'll get a 50% retrace, which we're in. So it's possible we could just move up after that. But no. Let's see. Oh, damn. Yeah, look, we're just rejecting off of these fair value gaps and continuing our overall uptrend right now. You see? Bang. Look. Up, down, and now we're going up. And you could see that on a lower time frame right here. We went up, swept out liquidity, and made us go lower. We hit equilibrium. Also, all these fair value gaps giving us not giving us shit, but making us go up now. So we could see, let's see what we do. All right, yeah, we take that draw out because now we're in a downtrend. You can see it. We have our high. We make our lower high, or no, what the fuck am I on? We make a lower low and then a lower high here, and now we're making a new lower low. So let's see. Let's go. Here, let me, bang. There. Again, we make a little retrace move low. We didn't make a lower low, so that could show we don't want to continue the downtrend, and we could eventually end up coming back up and go back into our overall bullish trend. You see? Let's see now. Alright, we're not in session, so it's going to move slower, but you see what I mean? Every time, we're going to either make higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows and lower highs. And why are we switching trends when overall we're bullish? Because we have, look, we're moving up and then we make all this low resistance liquidity we have. So look, we had these lows here. Let's go on 15-minute. Look at all of this we haven't even came into yet. All these fair value gaps, all these orders that we are just now tapping into. And I mean, that's pretty much how market's gonna move at all time. We're gonna go to the nearest liquidity, and when you sweep liquidity, it could be an indicator that trend may want to switch, or if we end up keeping the direction, we may want to find the next swing high, swing low to continue the trend with. So I mean, really it's that simple to find the direction of the market, also known as drawn liquidity. So another thing I want to go into, if you don't have a drawn liquidity, you shouldn't be trading. If you're just pushing in one direction and you have nothing to target, why are you trading it then? Because all you're doing, you're guessing. You're really just guessing where the market wants to go. Say here, like say we come into all of this right now. We really have no clear target of where the market wants to go. Besides for like these highs, really. These highs or the lows down here. So you want to be cautious when you're trading. If you don't have any targets, don't even bother trading. But most of the time you're going to have targets. Like even if it's just this 5-minute fair value gap we have right there. This is saying we have resting orders and we may want to come down to it. Let's see. Or we probably won't come down to it now because look, we caught our retrace into this 5-minute fair value gap we have now, and that just pushed us up higher. We're respecting the gap. Let's see. And now look, we're inversing this gap. So look, it's showing we swept these highs out now. We're in a fair value gap, so this could be our overall retrace move. Bang, bang, and now we could continue lower. So drawn liquidity is going to change throughout the market. That's why you don't want to focus on the 1 minute, 2 minute, lower time frame draws, because it's not going to be like a clear draw. You're going to sweep it here and there. You want to focus on the 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, or even 5-minute to pick your draws on liquidity. Now here, let's just look at it. What draws can we target? If we want to go higher, we have these highs. If we want to go lower, we have these lows. We have this fair value gap. And these lows here. So market is literally just gonna move to where the draw is. Here, let's go. Alright, yeah, we're not in session, so it's gonna move slow, but yeah, you guys should get the gist of it just by that. Market wants to move high. Market wants to move to swing highs, swing lows, fair value gaps. And when you're trading, if you don't have an idea of where the market wants to go, it's better off to not trade for the day because you don't have a draw. You don't know where the market wants to go. You're already at low probabilities trading because you're a bum. And you're making your odds even lower if you're trading with no specific target. But that about does it for drawn liquidity and how to find it. If you enjoyed, if you actually learned something there, hope it helped. But tune in. Video number 3 is going to be, I'm not sure yet, but video number 3 is going to be up in about 2 or 3 days. So be ready for that. Like, subscribe. Appreciate all you who tuned in. So thank you for that. And let's cook up this year.